like my cook? How you like my cook? How you like my cook?
How you like my cook? How you like my cook? What? How you like my cook? How you like my cook? How you like my cook? What? How you like my cook?
Welcome to 333 Yonge Street. We're so happy to have everybody here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and the Blue Jays playoff schedule. Right? They're gonna win? Better believe it. So we're gonna just chat with a woman named Peaches in a little bit, and then we're gonna keep it short. If you have a question that you want to ask, just raise your hand, just like back in school. We'll get through as many of them as possible. Of course, we're all here because the brand new album Rub comes out on Friday. Remember, it's Friday now. Now it's Friday instead of Tuesdays. First album for Peaches in 6 years, but she, of course, has been really, really busy, especially because she's got a book out as well that you can get upstairs at HMV. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Peaches. I'll go here. I'll go here.
Go there? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess this is mine. Hi.
How awesome do you look? Oh my God.
Hey.
So
We have to make this quick. The ball game was because my dad's here and my mom's here and they're going to the ball game.
and just, it's so typical too. When I walked up to introduce myself, she said, "Just make sure that she's eating."
No, who said that?
Your mom.
That's what I said to you about my mom.
I know.
It's like we're the
words
same
from
person. It's weird. You
So
both
the
need
brand
to
new
eat.
album, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you still get excited when you release an album?
I'm excited about this one
Why?
because I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get excited. I mean, it seems like a lot of albums 5, but that's only 5 times where you get to be excited about making an album. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you want to do for? So I'm going to assume that nobody has heard the record yet, or
Did you
except
just hear
for what
it?
was
Oh,
released.
hi.
You'll all be surprised that it's a jazz classical record. What did you want to do on this record that?
I wanted to
You've never
make
did
a
before?
classic Peaches album, and I've never done that before.
What does that mean?
Well, now I can be classic, and you can't be classic when you're making your first couple because you're not a classic yet. So,
Right.
yeah.
Do you take a look back at your albums and still think that they hold up to the way that you want them to?
Yeah, but actually, that's a good segue into how I feel about Rub, because if I think about the Teachers of Peaches, I really wanted to have very minimal sounds, but very deep bass sounds, and I actually couldn't achieve the quality I wanted. I mean, I got the nastiness, but it was kind of a lo-fi nastiness, and I think with Rub, I got the nastiness and the minimal, not too many sounds, but maximum effect, and but with great quality.
Yeah. As soon as you put on the record, there's this song that you do with Sonic Youth, Kim Gordon.
Yeah.
Tell me about
But
that.
you can't say that anymore because there's no Sonic Youth.
There's no
anymore.
Sonic Youth. Ex-Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Kim
Gordon.
Tell me about that. Tell me about the impetus of that song. How did you have the song first, and then you asked her? What goes through your mind when
To
you
be
got to
honest, we had this great beat because I worked with my friend Vice Cooler every day for a year in my garage for 10 hours a day, and we had this great beat but didn't know what to do with it, so we invited Kim over, and because she's so spontaneous, she just came in and made a great hook in the first take. So then I wrote the song after that. So
Right.
thank you, Kim.
You've worked with so many amazing collaborators in the past. Is there something that they all have that you love to work with them on? Is there something similar to all of them, whether it's a work ethic or staying their ground, that you can see what you look for in a collaborator?
I think the collaborations are different. It depends whether they've asked me to collaborate and what they're looking for from me and what I can give them that is still a piece of me that fits in with what they're doing. So that's quite different. But if I ask them to collaborate on my album, Those are also quite different situations. With Feist, who's also on this album, I asked her to sing a hook that I'd already had already. But then in Feist's amazing way, she added these oohs that actually become the hook of the song. So that was, her always being able to surprise me with her quiet power,
Yeah.
And with Kim, it was her ability, like I said, to be so spontaneous, and then I could build a song around that. So it's all different, but the surprises are rewarding.
Yeah. Even though this is your first album in 6 years, you've been very, very busy.
Yeah.
You've got the book.
Got a book. What else is in the Teachers and Peaches? You're gonna be signing it if you buy it.
How do you know in your mind when you get inspired by something, whether it's a line that you overhear or a hook or a melody? How do you know where to place it if you want to use that idea for a song, or if you want to kind of turn that germ of an idea into a photograph?
I don't know.
No.
I let them germinate, and hopefully they find their place. Quite seriously, I didn't mean to make a book. There was a photographer named Holger Tolinsky who just asked if he could take pictures at one show, and then he just kept asking to take pictures at shows, and then asked if he could come over, could he meet my parents, could he watch me sleep, whatever. So, and then after 4 years, it was like we started to have 8,000 pictures to choose from, and thought about making a book.
Yeah.
So.
It's been 6 years since the last album, and so much has happened in the world, as it does.
Yeah.
But especially as it relates to you when it comes to sexual politics, with social media, with the acceptance of trans, and the ability for gay marriages to happen.
Yeah.
So much of these topics were topics that you were singing about and writing about and bringing out to the world. It must be so satisfying, and you mentioned it off here, that the mainstream has come to you because you held your ground.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to be me, to put out an album. That also...
It's always a good time to be me.
Yeah, it's a good time to be me, but now when I'm doing interviews, usually it was like, do you ever think that this will catch on? Now it's like, you're important. So, which is nice, which is nice. Maybe next album I won't be so important, but right now I'm really important, and because the Polaris Heritage Awards, do you know about this? I was nominated for the Heritage, yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, for the Teachers and Peaches. And,
for the great album of the decade.
Yeah, so vote. Vote today. Vote on every device you have, because you can only vote once, but you can vote on different devices. So please vote. I still love Feist, but vote for me. She's already won a bunch of those awards.
Does anybody have any questions out in the audience? Raise your hand if you do. Don't be shy.
We're hoping that you do.
Or else we'll continue. Do I see?
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you first started making music,
Yeah.
things like music videos were like really controlled.
Exactly.
But now, and like the one music video you made was outrageous, and everyone was like, "This is too much. This is too much." But now,
You mean the one with the hair?
Yeah. Was it set it
Does
off?
everybody know what he's talking about?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
like pubic hairs growing, and everything's just going
Yeah,
wild.
everything's growing.
So
And
now that there's stuff like YouTube and you can just kind of create
Yeah.
and put out there, are
Yeah.
you gonna make more music videos, and are there things you want to express through video that you don't get to do in the song alone?
very good question. I like that. What's your name, sir?
I'm Phil.
Phil. Very good question, Phil.
Phil, get to the front of the line
Yes,
at the
Phil.
underground.
So I am so excited that there's no restrictions on music videos, because they actually hardly ever played mine because something was weird or something. So I've gone way more hardcore on this album. I'm making a video for every song. The next video to come out is probably my most hardcore video, and I'm not talking porn or anything, but there is a lot of nudity. There is no sex in it, but it's more like a Jodorowsky style, Fellini in the desert with 40 women. I directed this video together with A.L. Steiner. I don't know if she's like a professor. She was a professor at USC, and she's also done a lot of feminist porn. And Lex Vaughn, who lived in Toronto for a long time, is an incredible force of performance. And so we also had this experiment where it would be all women. So everybody up there was a woman, from the electrician to the gaffer to the DP to everybody involved. And that was the first time that everybody there had ever worked on an all-woman set. So, which was really cool and interesting, and the results were incredible. And you'll see that in about a week. And we've made a pixelated and an overly obnoxious pixelated version, but just to like kind of, say, haha. But there will also be the full version, and I see all these videos that I can do now, and I did back then too, as just little music ways of expressing music in a different way. I don't see them as selling the songs or commercial at all. So,
Question? Yep.
It actually touches on Phil's question. I had to kind of
Phil.
reorganize. Yeah, Phil's question.
Oh, I thought you said Bill.
I had to reorganize my question in my head.
Yes.
When you were like back when there was a lot more bias with the
Yes.
self-expression, especially like how Phil had said, do you find it really empowering when you see other females in the industry that are doing the things that they want to do and just becoming more?
I think everybody, not just females. I think it's important, like I really make a point of saying that feminism, I want to see two men talking about feminism to other men without a woman in the room.
Yeah.
That it's about, the goal is humanism, but right now we're still struggling. So I like to see everybody and their ability to break out of their certain ways that we're supposedly supposed to act and be.
Yeah. The bias
Because that's not really what you need to be.
Exactly. The bias that you had in the past, is it weird to know that you're people's role model now? Like when people would ask you, oh, who's your influence? Who's your
Yeah,
role
we were
model?"
talking about that before, because I was talking about Carol Pope from Rough Trade and how she was such a big influence on me, and then now I'm an influence on people.
It's a weird switch.
But we were talking about that before.
Thanks, Rosemary. That's my friend Rosemary. Just kidding.
But when you,
Oh, it's my friend Mary. No, it's someone. It's one of my friends. Contest winner.
that's right. All of your friends have to win to get in, just like everybody else.
Breaking down the door.
Just like everybody else. But we were talking about that before, about different styles of music, and Electroclash was led by women.
Yeah. Electroclash, I always dissed it. I was like, ugh, Electroclash. But I've been thinking back about Electroclash, which is the movement that as a zeitgeist time I was part of. And the people that were at the forefront, there was Miss Kitten, La Tigra, Chicks on Speed, Tracy and the Plastics, Fisher Spooner, and Peaches. And it's like, wow, a music movement that was run by women. It only lasted 6 months, but it came back as new rave, and then it came back again as another version, then it came back again as EDM. So every time it came back a little more watered down and a little less queer. But of course, like everything, it wouldn't have got to where it is. And in some cases, I'm sorry, if it wasn't for the beginning, which was Electroclash.
Yeah. Any other questions in there?
Sorry, I didn't mention Stinkmint was also part of that.
We weren't Electroclash, but we were pop.
Question in the front.
Wait, you were Electroball? Oh,
Trailer Trash? I don't know.
Trailer Trash. You were good. You were good, man.
Two things I really love. I love your music and I love Toronto. So I want to know, what do you like doing in Toronto when you're not working on music?
Just hanging out with my parents. They're right there. Although they're going to the game, so they're wondering, they got their lunch packed, I think.
Are you going to go?
I'm not going to the game.
Oh, okay.
I'll let them go.
Cool.
There was only 2 tickets. I wasn't invited.
How often are you back in Toronto? Could you live
Not
in LA
like-
and you live in Berlin?
Yeah, there's a lot of places to live, so
Yeah.
trying to get here.
What do you love about Berlin and what do you love about LA?
I would like to live in LA during the day and Berlin at night. That's what I'd like to do.
A lot of the world should be living by night. Did you fit in Los Angeles? I'm sure that a lot of people who might not have gone there or may not hang out in the places where you hang out have this very sunny, plasticky image of Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
Did that kind of scare you, or did you?
No, I don't hang out in the, I go there once in a while and I'm really mystified that that is the world that's there, but I hang out on the east side, so, yeah.
May sound like a redundant question, but could you live anywhere else and still have the music come out the way that it is?
Yeah, I feel like I could, I feel like a place like Berlin or gave me just a room to make whatever I wanted. It wasn't really actually Berlin, it was just the space, Well,
Yeah.
in LA I had a garage, so I had space.
Right.
So it's more like that.
Do you still feel Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian forever.
Yeah.
You don't got it up! Who's everybody voting for? Who's everybody not voting for? On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's good.
So what do you think of, you have kind of an outside bird's view. I mean, what do you think of the US election coming up? And what do you think of the Canadian?
The U.S. election is fucked.
It's maddening.
Yeah, it's a
TV show.
It's a TV show. It's Donald Trump TV show. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Do you know what my dad's name is? Bernie. It's all about Bernie, right?
Yeah, well, close.
His last name is not sound good stuff.
Any other questions? And then what we'll do is, one there.
Actually, I wanted to know where your ideals come from, or the styles that you have in your music videos. Like, do you just, once you make a song, where and what direction the music video that you, because the one that I like the most is when the dick one when you were running through everywhere, just even people's facial expressions.
You mean the new one with Margaret Cho, Dick in the Air?
Yes, absolutely. I love that song. It's so great.
Do you know, a lot of the times things just kind of organically happen, and I mean that. It's so, like, in terms of Dick in the Air, first of all, Margaret and I have always wanted to work together, so when I got the album, I sent her it, and I said, pick your favorite song, and she said, Dick in the Air, and I said, okay, let's make a song, and then another friend of mine had these mohair outfits, multicultural mohair outfits. They had, like, mostly Caucasian, represented by pink, old woman, old man, young woman, young man. They also had a trans, but somebody stole it. And then there was one Asian, just Asian, that was yellow, and one brown skin that was brown, and then there was a redhead. Very small little, I don't know why. But, so the fact that Margaret could play along with these stereotypes with me and wear the yellow one was also just something that I could not foresee, but also helped to create some kind of thought behind it. And
you think Snuggie to the next level?
yeah, I kind of feel like it's like Teletubbies.
Yeah.
It's kind of Teletubbies, yeah. Like I'm hiding in the pink, and she's like, "Where is my friend?" Stuff like that.
Don't know whether to be turned on or think it's adorable.
Right. Or never eat watermelon again.
As a musician whose music is so sexually charged that you're not getting tons of radio play, what advice would you give to younger musicians who have that sort of same lyrical content in terms of?
Well, I mean, I think Nicki Minaj has like insane.
I know, it's
so
really
I don't know.
frustrating.
It's like
Pop music.
So pop
you
music,
use it
it's like
pop music.
I
It's
don't know.
all sex.
Yeah, it's all sex. So
Maybe
just
dress up in a nice cake.
yeah, in a nice what?
Cake.
Cake. I thought you said cape. Okay. Cake.